Hey YouTube, this is Esplin. I've had this feeling for a while, and I was gonna wait till Obama's second term, or until someone else gets voted in to voice it. Um, I'm starting to think that if Obama either doesn't get reelected or gets reelected and keeps pulling the same shit he's pulling now, we might actually be past the point of no return. I mean that, I know that sounds kind of dramatic, but at some point an organism kind of needs to be quarantined. I'm not saying we're past the point of no return as a species. No. Other countries are becoming better. Britain, the European Union, Finland, Norway. These countries are moving forward. Japan. These countries are working towards something. America is not. Yeah, we have our atheist movement, and that's great and all. But it's clear Obama is a conservative. If you look at the debt ceiling issue, he didn't even try to push any. We got nothing. They got everything they wanted. So we have a Trojan horse president. Now, I'm not saying he's actively a Trojan. I'm saying he was always a conservative. We just chose to see what we wanted to see, what we needed to see. Because after Bush, they literally could have run. That's not the point. The point is, we all know we're done for if a Republican gets voted in office. If Obama doesn't get reelected. Basically, for me, the Democrats don't move things in the right direction or progressively. What happens is the Democrats are a stopgap, are a pause to keep us from sliding down any further. With the exception of someone like Bill Clinton, who drastically improved the standing of our country. We had a surplus in our national debt. We had no national debt. But a president like him is rare. For the most part, Democrats are a stopgap in between Republican tyranny. But that's not the case anymore. The Republicans have full and complete power, even over Obama. He may not be a Republican, but he is conservative. I guess my question is, if he gets reelected and he's still pulling the same shit, because most presidents don't do much their first term. I'm not actually surprised that he doesn't do much. I'm surprised about this debt ceiling deal. But I'm not surprised that everyone's like, well, Obama shouldn't get your vote. Well, that's not necessarily true, because almost no president did much on his first term. Not even Clinton. Clinton did not do much to improve our country on his first term because he had to be worried about getting reelected. But, so that's why I'm going to wait till the second term. After that term, if he didn't at least try to make the world a better place. You have to recognize when you are on a sinking ship. Luckily, I don't have any children. So, even though I'm broke, I do have the ability to start over in another country. I don't want to be in this sinking ship, because the other countries are not going to tolerate us forever. They say walk softly and carry a big stick. Well, we're stomping around and we're carrying a stick that we can barely lift. Our military budget is insane. And we're exhausted after beating up little kids, developing nations, if you're following my metaphor. But look, we've depleted all our resources, and all we've destroyed are two relatively weak nations. Though, to be fair, Saddam had the strongest military in the Middle East. But still, it's still the strongest military out of a third world country. Um, how could we ever go up against a country like China or Russia or any first world country? Hell, even Japan, if we weren't their army, I imagine they'd have a pretty tough army too. You know, how could we go up against real countries like that? We can't. So, one of two things is going to end up happening. Either America's going to start infecting the rest of the world. People say, well, it already has, and I disagree. I think we've also done a lot of good. We're feeding a lot of people, you know. But, you know, I think the Western way of thinking is better. I'm liberal. I don't agree with the Middle East Islam crap. In terms of us being shallow, that doesn't fucking matter. What matters is ethics. But, I don't know, what do you think? I'm gonna give him a second term, because again, almost no president does anything his first term. 2 years into his first term, if there's no improvement or things are worse, and I don't mean the economy, I'm sorry, he can't fix the economy. It took 8 years to destroy it, and it's a lot harder to fix something than it is to break it. I don't know, I'm talking about social change. There's no way he can fix the economy. He's not the magic Negro in a regular movie where you have the wise, you know, janitor is a black guy who seems to know the future. He's not that. He's just a dude. But, I'm talking about the social change, you know. Not giving everything to the rich and taking away from the poor and middle class. So, what do you think? Do you think our country is done for? I think this is what Mace Windu in Star Wars called a shatter point. The next few years are a shatter point. We can either shatter the glass ceiling, I guess. That's a good... now I'm mixing metaphors, but... You know what I mean. This is a critical point. This is a... If we do not make things better in the next 4 years, I truly believe we are past the point of no return. And I would seriously start thinking of going to a different country. The Republicans say love it or leave it. I don't want to get dragged down with this country. I don't want to be on a sinking ship. And in the next 4 years, if things don't get better, this will be a sinking ship. As the guy from Aliens put it.
Game over, man. It's game over.
Okay, well, until my next video, try to make the world a better place, and I will too. You have 4 years, and then it's too late.